Welcome to the Kent Lap Podcast.
I am at ease, at peace about expressing righteous anger because that's really what it is, right? And so I think before it's very hard, or it's very easy to move from righteous anger to just flat out, I'm just going to rip your head off because I'm so
Right.
angry about this. It's been going on for so long.
Yep.
But for me, when you approach it from a biblical perspective, then your battle is so much larger than just this issue of race. It really comes down to the heart of man, right? And so for me, I have kind of shifted a little where I do allow people to see that I'm angry about this. But again, you know, one of the things that I do in my class at the college is for the first class that we go into, I start off with a list of terms, right? Because I use white supremacy, white privilege. I use all of these terms, whiteness, all of those terms, and I need to make sure that we're all on the same page when I say these terms. And so I want to make sure that my class understands what I mean when I say these terms. And so one of the things that I find difficult is when what I am saying is taken out of context. When I use a term like white privilege or white supremacy, people can kind of run with that. If I haven't had an opportunity to sit down with them and kind of go through, this is what I mean when I say white. I don't mean that you didn't have to work hard to get what you have. I didn't mean that you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. That's not what I'm saying.
Yep.
When you don't have that opportunity to sit down and say, okay, here's the terms, you run the risk of being misunderstood.
Yes.
And sometimes you're misunderstood as being an angry black man. I'm to the point now where I'm just like, okay, that's fine. If that's how you want to view me, because that helps you in your fragility, not to have to deal with the issue. Okay, that's fine. If that's your way of handling it. And again, Robin's book, White Fragility, it gave me the language to be able to deal with that, to understand that no matter how much I serve this thing up on a nice, neat platter, there are many white people who won't receive it, who will get angry, dismissive, disgruntled, and want to argue. And I've had all of that. And I've had to just expect it. If it doesn't happen, I'm like, great, but I expect it. And so that's allowed me to be angry, to demonstrate righteous anger, to let people know why I'm angry. Because I think a lot of America, because of the miseducation on this issue of race, don't understand why black folks are angry.
Exactly. That's a very key point, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so when we make statements, they dismiss it because, oh, that's not true.
Yes.
Or man, they're just mad. They're just angry.
Yep.
They've been given all of their rights back and all that, and it's like, you just don't get it. Right?
Yes.
And so I'm able to approach the conversation, but with more grace, because I recognize that most of those statements or actions are coming from an uninformed place.
Yes.
So then I think, man, I got to get them informed. So here's some books.
Yep.
Let's sit down and talk.